Hey gang, it's Kevin here. I'm just getting back from Brazil right now. Just came in from the airport. My schedule is 2 weeks here in the United States and then 1 week at least in Brazil to be with Eliana. It's time for another update. And I figured I'd do it in front of one of Eliana's favorite paintings. She loves leopards, so she identifies with the leopard. A little over 4 weeks, I guess, since her transfusion. There's some good and some bad in the whole thing. The good is her ascites the first week went down just a little bit. We noticed it was something noticeable. It wasn't dramatic. She has lost a lot of hair. She has this bag she has of all this hair. So I brushed her hair a couple of nights ago. It's kind of heartbreaking. Now, you can't tell. I keep telling her she's beautiful. You can't tell that she's lost a lot of hair, but she's a girl, so she's concerned. And recently, she can't sleep, but we're not so sure that's just not from environmental conditions because I couldn't sleep either. She did on 2 occasions or more vomit in the middle of the night and feels like she needs to vomit, and she says that a couple of times there was blood in it. We did some research, and a side effect of ascites is there's so much pressure on the abdomen that it busts little capillaries in your abdomen, and the body's trying to get rid of the fluid, so the blood will come out with the fluid. But as we understand it, it's not a dangerous thing. Also, she's developed one of her legs is swelling up. Both legs will swell up to a degree with excess fluid that can't fit in her tummy. But one leg is ballooning up just a little bit more. So I'll massage it often. The irony is you can, in one massage, almost get all the liquid out of there. But we have to try to work with her lymph system. Somewhere in there, there's a little blockage of a valve or something. We've learned quite a bit about the human body on this cancer journey, and now we're getting to understand the lymph system. She's always suffered from these lymph nodes here under her armpits and in her groin, which there's some major lymph nodes. But when I left her the last time, I was pretty heartbroken because she just didn't look good, and I was praying that she would be okay on my next trip. But when I left her this trip, took pictures with her and her mom, and obviously you can see she looks better. And she is doing better. So one of the things, Eliana's pretty independent. Independent thinking and independent. So she really wanted to leave her sister's house in the big city because she wanted to be out in the sun. So she came to her parents' house, where you see most of the pictures from now. And there's more sun, and of course the family's there. There's a lot of activity involved around that. But she really wanted to now she wants to really get home to her house. She wants to put her feet in the grass and go pick the lemons off the trees and the bananas out of the bushes and watch the birds and all that. So we're making preparations for her to get into the house now. And for the family and I, it's a little bit scary because she feels independent enough to do this by herself. We're not so sure of that, but we're supporting her in it. So I got great news on my way here that the parents are going to go stay with her while I'm gone. And of course, she has other family members that can help as well. And she's got a good childhood friend, Luelia, that comes to visit. And we're also looking for a person to pay to stay with her during the day, to prepare her meals and make sure she takes all of the things she should be taking, ozone therapy. So we're just trying to get a doctor to prescribe the oxygen so we can get the oxygen tank because we have the ozone machine there already. And we are looking for a hyperbaric chamber because the more oxygen you can put in your body, the less the cancer can survive in an oxygenated environment. Hyperbaric chambers are mostly made for wound healing, so if you don't have a wound, they typically won't rinse you time in one. So we're searching that out. Um, there's also some pretty remarkable um, homeopathic methods that are indicative of Brazil specifically. And of course, we're also trying to fight the cancer at her liver because her liver is what's causing the ascites. Got some other good news too. So, Eliana um, really gets tired of laying in the bed the whole day. Now, she does have more strength than she did just a few weeks ago, but still not enough to stay upright all day long. So, she just really got tired of laying in the bed further back in the house. And like almost any Brazilian family and many American families, the kitchen is the synergy of the energy of the family, So um, everybody congregates around the kitchen table, and she's in the back room, kind of talking back and forth. So we bought her a recliner, and put it right there at the kitchen table. So now she spends a lot more time with the family at the kitchen table, and she's right there to be able to look at the birds and the chickens out in the courtyard and the sun and stuff like that. So that's helpful. Another great thing is she went to the hospital the other day. Now, it wasn't an emergency, but I've got to tell you this little story. So she needs to go to the hospital to have the water drained from her tummy due to the ascites. So the hospital system here in Brazil is free. So is the ambulance. The ambulance is free. Now, the week prior, they went to the hospital, and it's a very long wait. She had to wait in a chair upright, and it was very difficult. It was like 5 or 7 hours sitting up in that chair. So she learned that if you get taken to the hospital in an ambulance, you still have to wait, but you get to wait in a bed. We called for the ambulance, and they came, and they brought her on a gurney out to the ambulance out in the street. And while they were taking her vitals and getting ready to take her to the hospital, the trash truck started backing down the street, and they saw the ambulance. Now all the guys were sitting in the back of the trash truck, and the trash truck looks just like one of ours. And it was so awesome. They started yelling, "You're healed in the name of Jesus," in Brazilian. Boy, and they were saying, "Glory to God," and all this other stuff, and screaming loud. And I got my camera out to kind of capture it, and I got it just a second too late. But it was so awesome to see the city guys praising God and praising Eliana. And that just was really cool because those trash guys are really cool. When they come down the street, normally they've got music blaring and they're dancing as they get their trash bags and stuff. So that's a pretty neat thing, those guys. So she went to the hospital to get the liquid removed. And while she was there, I said, have them check your blood because typically she needs a blood transfusion every couple of weeks. And she was due. Well, they checked her blood, and she's got 9 units of blood. Now, a normal female that size would be 10 or 11 or even 12 units of blood, but she hasn't had 9 units of blood in her body in over a year. So that's remarkable. And then her white blood cells, her platelets, were 200. You want to be at 150 to 400 range. So that was really good signs with those bloods. So there's some remarkable things that come out of there. One of the negative things about the hospital doctor said, now you can't keep coming in here every week to have your tummy removed, liquid from your tummy, because every time they poke her, there's a high risk of infection specifically due to the liquid. You have to manage to it. You're just going to have to manage to that balloon, that watermelon in your tummy. So that's something we're going to have to deal with till, we get the ascites to come down. But so we wanted to take the time to thank all of you guys. Um, we've been distracted and haven't got an update until now, but thank you for hanging in there. So we are considering the next treatment. Don't know when that might be. Eliana's got some thoughts about all that. So we are hitting the ground running with everything else. We're trying to get this ozone machine going for her. And anyway, just want to really thank all you guys out there. There's so many people praying, and we want to thank Mary and Lovett and everybody at Heritage Church. You guys don't even know Eliana, and got a whole church there praying for her. My nephew Sean and his group, they're out there praying for Eliana as well. Now, if Eliana had the strength, she'd be making videos for all you guys. It's just like that, And I want to encourage you to go to Facebook. I know it's been a little bit since we posted there, but the GoFundMe site doesn't have a lot of space to put pictures, So we wrote a lot of thank you notes for everybody on the GoFundMe, and we want you to know how much we appreciate all this, and Eliana does appreciate this. Obviously, she's in a place where she needs to have her attention focused on fighting this cancer out of her body. And when she has strength, she likes to make the videos. But
hello, everybody. I am here. I did not have strength to make the video sit. It's a little complicated for the ascites. And today I will go again, take water from my belly. And I would love to thank everybody for the donation you guys did give for me for the chemo. Every cent did count. I do the chemo. I start to lose my hair, but it's okay. The hair grow. Everything will come back normalized, I hope. And I thank you for your heart. Thank you for your kindness and for your praise. That is important. Your praise is very good. And again, I'm so sorry for not be stand for do that video. Today I go to take water from my belly. It's the ascites. Every week I need to take for I can breathe good, I can eat good, and not that depression. But your praise is very important too. Please pray for me, pray for my healthy, and God bless you all for all the donation you did. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you all. Thank you so much.